Hello fans and welcome to this second end-of-year recap show here on LDN Capital TV. And what a show we have got for you tonight, featuring the very special title defence between John Ritchie, the notorious hardman from the East End of London, and USA's own Tex Benedict, fighting over the future of the LDN British Championship.
This is London.
Life coach certified? Yes, indeed. Anyway, I'm going to be managing you tonight. Just want to get some idea about who you are, what you do. Don't worry, don't be nervous, it's not a job interview. Tell me a bit about yourself. Do you like sport, badminton, tennis, TV? Do you like Coronation Street? I like EastEnders. Do you like Neighbours? Home and Away? What about Sky TV? Hollyoaks? No? Car racing? I don't know. Scuba diving? Do you like scuba diving? Monkey tennis? Anyway, look. I'm going to help you win that match tonight, okay? Okay? Word to your mother.
He's accompanied to the ring by Jack Channer and the LDN life coach, John, David, Bernard, Bruno Chapman.
Exodus is a big, brooding, mysterious individual. No one knows too much about him. We saw him several moons ago here in the LDN Tag Team Tournament. Made a fairly impressive showing for himself, although they did not win the tournament. But now he is back in singles competition, and somehow he has found himself under the tutelage, so to speak, of the life coach John Chapman. But television does not do this man justice. He is a big, big individual. And one can only feel sorry for his opponent tonight, Ace Gamble, a young graduate of the LDN Wrestling Academy. And I think he is going to find out very quickly indeed that there is a world apart from a training school and wrestling on a professional basis, particularly when your opponent is a man the size of Exodus. Credit to the young Gamble, he goes in for the lockup. But a scoop slam there from Exodus shows he means business. Exodus, a very intense, very mysterious individual. No one knows a lot about him, and quite frankly, I'd be very curious to have heard the contract negotiations between Exodus and the life coach. To my knowledge, very few people have ever even heard Exodus speak. But he is a very proficient, very power-heavy wrestler. Lots of big, high-impact maneuvers. And he really knows how to put his body to good advantage, using that long leg of his to choke out young Ace Gamble. He's in the ropes and the referee gives him a 5 count. And there's Chapman adding his tuppence worth. John Chapman nothing but a nuisance. And you've got to wonder how much Exodus really needs a man the likes of the life coach running around outside doing his dirty work. Exodus seems to be doing pretty well for himself so far. And the same cannot be said of young Ace Gamble, who goes up for the pump handle slam and lands very hard indeed. And that might be all for the youngster. Here's a cover. And, well, my goodness, Exodus is not finished with him. I think Ace Gamble is finished, but Exodus isn't finished with him. And he's having a little bit of fun here at the expense of the youngster. Goes for the cover with one finger, and Gamble is absolutely out cold. And the referee might want to think about stopping this one anyway, regardless of whether Exodus wants it finished. Well, Exodus, the slow, methodical monster, backing up into the corner, leaps off the second rope and turns around, and he missed Gamble, and thank goodness for that. Gamble somehow able to roll out of the way. And now the youngster really tried to turn things around, but the dropkick having little to no effect on Exodus. Looks to him out of the corner. Exodus just too heavy. He's just too heavy, but Gamble catches himself, goes up top, comes off the crossbody, and he gets caught. He gets caught by Exodus. Exodus has him now perched precariously over both shoulders. Oh my, a black hole slam, and that should be enough. There's a cover, and it's good night Ace Gamble, and welcome back to LDN Exodus. And it looks like John Chapman's latest charge really knows how to get the job done. Big win here for Exodus on his return to LDN, and indeed his debut in singles competition. Coming up later tonight, fans, you don't want to go anywhere. John Ritchie puts his LDN Heavyweight Championship on the line against Tex Benedict, the former champion. Main event time, fans, here tonight on LDN Capital TV, and what a main event. Making his way to the ring, your LDN British champion, the notorious John Ritchie. And if you can see just a couple of yards behind him, his ever-present henchman, if you like, humongous. A man who weighs in at over 30 stones. In recent weeks here on LDN, he has been the ever-present companion to the champion John Ritchie. And John Ritchie tonight is going to need all the friends he can get, because he is taking on a man who has been after him for months, the former LDN champion, Tex Benedict. And Benedict has got one thing on his mind: revenge. Benedict wants that belt back so badly. And this could well be his last opportunity to get a shot. Now, Tex Benedict, London, Arizona, USA's own Tex Benedict. Very, very popular here with the fans. And he knows exactly what he's got to do here tonight. It's a championship match. It'll be fought under Spirit rules. 6 rounds. I'll ring it out to Steve Litton, who will give you the rundown shortly. But take a look at Benedict. He looks ready to go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is made over Spirit rules, and it's for the LDN British Championship and belt. A match made over an 18-minute time limit. 6 3-minute rounds with 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide the winner. Introducing first, on my right, he is the challenger hailing from London, Arizona, weighing in at 11.5 stone. He is the former
for Tex Benedict.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent on my left is accompanied to the ring by Humongous. He hails from the East End of London and weighs in at 14.5 stone. He is the LDN British champion, the notorious Mr. John Ritchie.
No shortage of confidence there for John Ritchie. He is the LDN champion. And there is that gorgeous new championship belt. An absolutely stunning piece of hardware. And already the most prestigious title in the UK wrestling industry today. And Tex Benedict really has been through some rough times in recent months here. Many would say he never really recovered from the time when John Ritchie stole the belt from him. Eventually he snapped a couple of months ago here on Capital TV. He said, I always do things the right way. I always play by the rules. I always play fair. And where's it got me? I can't catch a break. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to take things into my own hands. And indeed, he ran out and he stole the belt from John Ritchie. And even that backfired on Tex Benedict. And Benedict, we have seen him do some really far out things recently. He is really having a tough time of it. He's been getting very stressed out. But finally, after a tag team encounter with his friend Ash just a couple of weeks ago here on Capital TV, we saw it a fortnight ago, against Ritchie and Benedict, Tex himself scored the pinfall over John Ritchie, and he earned himself this final shot at the championship here tonight. And so Tex Benedict has 6 3-minute rounds to beat John Ritchie twice, 1, 2, 3, or a submission, or a knockout. And we will see a new champion here tonight. But as you can see, John Ritchie did not come out to the ring alone. He came out with a man who weighs in excess of 33 stone. And if you heard ring announcer Steve Litton, he said Tex Benedict weighing in tonight at 11 stone. That's right, fans, you did not mishear me. Humongous is literally 3 times heavier than Tex Benedict. Lucky for Tex, he isn't facing Mungus tonight. But he is facing Ritchie, and Ritchie, with Humongous in his corner, is a confident Ritchie indeed. And in fact, in recent weeks, we haven't seen John Ritchie go anywhere without Humongous by his side. And Mungus even out here tonight for this great championship match we are going to see. John Ritchie with a hammerlock there. Tex Benedict trying to find a way out. Nice reversal, brings Ritchie down to the mat. Just in time for the end of round 1, and a clean break from Tex Benedict, who goes back to his corner. And at the end of round 1, I'm not so sure that round went exactly as Tex Benedict would have wanted.
This is London. This is London.
Round 2.
And we are going straight into the second round, and John Ritchie not even ready yet. But Ritchie is the champion, and no one's going to tell him what to do. And it's a point I've made before here on Capital TV. But fans, you have to wonder, Humongous, why do you think John Ritchie's keeping him so close by? The old saying goes, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. And you know, for as long as John Ritchie is the champion, oh, a kick to the head there from Tex Benedict. And this time Benedict starting round 2, perhaps how he would wanted to have started round 1. But Richie's in the corner, and the referee breaks it off. And as I was saying, you can well believe John Ritchie might be keeping Humongous very close indeed. Because better to have a man who's 33 stone on your side than gunning for your championship. But of course, that raises the question, how much can John Ritchie trust Humongous? Ritchie now bending back the elbow socket, putting pressure on the wrist, choking the oxygen from the lungs of Tex Benedict, and Benedict's in a heap of trouble. And he is twisting around, and he does manage to break out, and very nearly reversed that into a pretty special move himself. Kick to the posterior there, and John Ritchie is flummoxed. Well, the referee was starting to issue a standing 10 count on John Ritchie, and I don't think Ritchie was too happy about that. We are in round 2 here of a 6-round Spirit Rules contest for the LDN British Championship. You've just joined us, we are in round 2. Tex Benedict, the challenger, taking on a man who has been British heavyweight champion since the beginning of the year, John Ritchie. And Benedict really going into this match knowing that it's kind of last chance saloon for him. And he is going to have to pull everything out of the bag for this one. Big drop kick from Tex Benedict. Whips Ritchie across the ring. Meets him with an elbow to the jaw. And John Ritchie is down. Benedict rallying the fans behind him, but I think he needs to stay on John Ritchie. And Humongous on the outside gets to his feet. Poised and ready for action. Ritchie now dazed in the corner. And Benedict lands hard. Benedict now on top. Beautiful drop kick, a missile drop kick there from the top turnbuckle, sending John Ritchie to the outside. Humongous goes to check on his associate. And John Ritchie looks more disappointed than anything. John Ritchie right about now probably rethinking his strategy. He knows just what Tex Benedict can deliver. In fact, as I said 2 weeks ago, Benedict pinned John Ritchie in a tag team matchup in order to earn this shot here tonight. So Ritchie knows in the back of his mind Tex Benedict can beat him. But a backslide from John Ritchie into a cover in round 2. And just a 2 count, luckily for Tex Benedict, able to bend his feet down to the bottom rope, break the cover. And John Ritchie complaining about something, and Benedict rightly pointing out Humongous in the corner.
Round 3.
So we are entering the 3rd round. The score still tied 0-0. And John Ritchie in no hurry to get back into the ring. And indeed he is being quite disrespectful indeed to Tex Benedict. And now Benedict is having a conversation of his own with the referee, and he has not seen John Ritchie sneak behind him. Oh my! Big firm left hand there to the midsection of Benedict, and Benedict fell to the ground like a sack of potatoes. Ritchie there with an illegal closed fist, an illegal closed fist, absolutely knocking the wind out of Tex Benedict. Benedict landed so hard there. I heard the thud from up here. And John Ritchie doing what he can to get the fans behind him. Tex Benedict, rather. And indeed, the adrenaline now pumping through his body. And Tex Benedict, so clearly the crowd favourite. John Ritchie claiming not to be bothered, but he does look flustered. And indeed, if John Ritchie has any weakness at all, and he has very few, I would say that his one flaw is that he tends to take his opponents too lightly. We've seen it happen before. Indeed, he had a cracking matchup with Yorgos a couple of months back, and he actually got pinned a couple of times, and it was due to sheer good fortune on his part that he didn't lose the match. But he underestimated Yorgos, he's underestimated other opponents. We've seen him underestimate Tex Benedict in the past. And there he is, biting the fingers of Benedict, using his body to distract the referee. Great ring awareness. Just a shame he puts it to such rotten use. And indeed, rather than press home the advantage, Benedict would rather exchange insults with the fans in attendance. We're in the third round, it's still 0-0. Benedict looks to be on his last legs though. He is in spaghetti legs and he's tied up in the bottom two ropes. And referee Chris Roberts needs to free him right now, because that is going to put pressure on all kinds of joints.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and you can see humongous.
The referee gives John Ritchie a first public warning.
Well, John Ritchie rightly getting a public warning for that, but what damage did that do to the arms and the shoulder joints of Tex Benedict? John Ritchie, very, very astute tactician. He would be more than happy to forfeit one of his public warnings if it meant he could get a pinfall decision over Tex Benedict, or indeed a submission. That would be a worthwhile trade-off in Ritchie's book. Not for him any good conduct awards. And humongous squaring off to our ring announcer Steve Litton. And poor old Steve Litton. He really gets a hard time with it sometimes around here. And again, another point I've made on numerous occasions here on Capital TV. I cannot stand when active wrestlers use their body and use their might to intimidate non-wrestling personnel. Benedict now with a nice inside cradle. There's a roll-up and a 2 count for Benedict. And that's the end of round 3. Fans, I don't believe it. We have got to go to a break, but this matchup will continue. Don't go anywhere.
This is London. This is London.
Round 4.
My goodness, can you imagine what it must be like for Tex Benedict? You've got the LDN champion on the other side of the ring from you, and just outside the ring you've got a 33-stone man, a behemoth, if you will. And what is this? We're going to round 4, and all of a sudden John Ritchie looking for a handshake. Something doesn't add up there. Oh, kick to the... That looked like a low blow to me. That looked like a low blow to me. And he is once again, he has tied Benedict up in the ropes.
Round 4, the notorious Mr. John Ritchie receives his second and final public warning.
One more of them and he'll be disqualified. And now Ritchie coming after Litton, and Litton quite rightly standing up for himself, but Litton is no wrestler. And LDN will not tolerate non-wrestling personnel being beaten up. They simply will not have it, and rightly so. So we are into round 4, it's 0-0. Tex Benedict going for that leg scissors, rolls over John Ritchie. 0-0, but Ritchie with 2 public warnings to his name. He is now going to have to be very careful indeed not to get disqualified. Benedict powers Ritchie down. Drags him to the middle of the ring. He is looking, no, Benedict wouldn't do that. He was looking perhaps to stomp the guts and midsection of Ritchie, but of course that's illegal. Benedict didn't want the public warning, but he ties on that grapevine-like maneuver and pulls it back into a sharpshooter, and he's got a submission. Tex Benedict has got the submission. Benedict goes up 1-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 4, first submission of the match to the challenger, Tex Benedict.
And in the 4th round, Tex Benedict goes up 1-0 with a beautiful submission maneuver. That sharpshooter maneuver, that is just one of those moves. I don't care how big or strong or tough you are. If someone can apply that hold correctly, you are going to tap out instantly. Rookie or veteran, champion or challenger, a move like the sharpshooter will end a fall very quickly indeed. And indeed, John Ritchie rightly had no choice but to submit or suffer permanent damage. And now Benedict coming out really on fire. Round 5, the penultimate round. He's already 1 fall up. He wants to finish this one quickly. Goes up top. Moonsault, textbook moonsault, but John Ritchie well out of the way. He was long gone. Tex Benedict in such a hurry to hit that move, he didn't check his opponent was still there. And that's a big mistake from Tex Benedict. And indeed, probably one of the flaws in his characteristics. He gets so overexcited when he gets an advantage. He gets very enthusiastic indeed. And sometimes that momentary lack of concentration can cost him dearly. And now in round 5, despite having a 1 full advantage, Benedict is once again on the defense. And John Ritchie using that rope to just rake the eyes of Tex Benedict, the challenger. But Benedict pinned John Ritchie 2 weeks ago here on Capital TV. And he's just got a submission here tonight in round 4. Can he score another submission, another pinfall? If he can, we will have a new champion right here tonight on Capital TV. And I think the fans here in Grays can sense it. And Tex Benedict certainly knows it's within his grasp. He's been there once before. And I think everyone in the building would dearly love to see him do it again. But John Ritchie really getting away with an awful lot here. And even now, just digging in that rope for extra leverage.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 5, equalising submission to the champion, the notorious Mr. John Ritchie.
And John Ritchie now with a submission in round 5. He has equalised this matchup now. And we have got just one more round. We're going into round 6 very, very shortly. 1 full apiece. And John Ritchie had that arm. Tex Benedict saw it. He certainly felt it. Even the fans showing it to the official. But referee Chris Roberts didn't see it, and it is going to be allowed to stand. A submission hold there from John Ritchie in round 5. And we are going in now to the last match, 1-1. Tex Benedict challenger, John Ritchie champion. The 6th and final round. And what a contest this has been. What a matchup this has been so far. We have seen two men who have been at each other's throats on and off for the last 6 or 7 months. And tonight on Capital TV it will come to a head. John Ritchie with a beautiful drop kick there. That might have been enough to put Tex Benedict down, but Ritchie again underestimating his opponent. He is getting cocky, he is overconfident, and rather than stay on his opponent who is down, he would rather show off. Oh, a rake to the head with a boot. And in the 6th and final round, John Ritchie certainly seems to be on top. Benedict is in trouble, and now John Ritchie sitting back and biting the fingers again. He is biting the fingers of Tex Benedict, and of course the referee, looking to Benedict for the submission, does not see John Ritchie biting the fingers, and I think he might have seen it that time. And again John Ritchie, such a competent wrestler anyway. Why does he feel the need to go down the low road, to use bites and low blows and kicks and closed fists? That shows in my book a lack of confidence in your own abilities. Why does he need a 33-stone corner man? He's already the LDN champion. He's already proved himself as a great wrestler. But he is not the total package, because he doesn't truly believe in himself. And Tex Benedict now spies the opening. It's the 6th and final round. Can he turn it around? Is there time? Kick to the midsection. John Ritchie goes down hard. There must be just seconds remaining. European uppercut there from Benedict. Ritchie goes sprawling into the ropes. Whipped across the ring. Benedict puts the head down. Catches John Ritchie. He is looking for a brainbuster. Oh my, he lands hard on the back of the head. But can Benedict roll him over? Can he get the cover? Can he put the shoulders to the mat for the count of 3? Is there time left? It's 1-1. Here's the cover. Come on, ref. 1, 2. Oh, did he get it? So close. He got that left shoulder up. The bell rang. The bell rang. The bell rang. Benedict had the match won in the 6th and final round, and just half a second too quick for Tex Benedict. Anyway, the bell rang.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 6, with both wrestlers having gained 1 submission each, the referee's decision is a draw.
Well, John Ritchie saved by the bell there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no way we're going to come out here on our first show to graze from an inside-out crowd and have a draw. This match will continue under sudden death rules.
LDN promoter Mr. Sanjay Bagger out there. Fans, this matchup will continue after the break. Don't go anywhere.
This is London. This is London. is London.
Round 7.
And so we will have a round 7 unprecedented in a Spirit Rules Championship matchup. Richie thought he was home and dry there. He was saved by the bell then, I can tell you. But Mr. Bagger came out and said, no, we don't want to see a draw. We want you guys to fight to the death. We want to see a winner. That was part, of course, of Mr. Bagger's settlement with the London Council. He has to remain unbiased at all times. And that was a great call in the interest of the fans and the LDN Championship. To put this matchup into sudden death. But Tex Benedict, who just minutes ago had John Ritchie down for the count of 3, is now stuck in a sleeper hold. And out comes Danny Garnell. And there is a man who has got no business at ringside whatsoever. The man who put Mikey Mendoza out on the shelf for an unspecified period of time. The man who basically hijacked the Golden Grapplers tournament and insisted he be put in it. Now associating himself with John Ritchie, the champion, and Humongous. And Tex Benedict is stuck in a sleeper hold in round 7, the sudden death round. And the arm goes down once. If it goes down 3 times, the matchup is well and truly over. This is it. Tex Benedict gets the arms up. Tex Benedict gets the arm up on the 3rd time. Garnell on the outside. Humongous on the outside. Ritchie on the inside. Benedict escaped the sleeper. But John Ritchie gets it back on. And he has cinched that move in. And Tex Benedict is fading fast. The arm goes down once. It goes down again. Will it go down a 3rd time? No! Benedict says no again. And now Mungus is in. Garnell is in. Come on, ref. What's going on here? What is happening here? Well, the bell is rung. Is it a disqualification? Is it the end of the round?
Come on, ref!
Ritchie back with a sleeper hold, and it's 3-on-1. And this is a massacre. This is an absolute mauling. This contest has gone 7 rounds. When is it going to end? Well, Mr. Bagger back out to ringside. He is conferring with our ring announcer Steve Litton, with referee Chris Roberts.
I know you too goddamn well. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew you'd bring out Humongous. And you know what, Garnell? I know that you're the lowlife on this planet. I knew you'd come out and stick your ugly face in. So I got myself a backup. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ash!
Well, Tex Benedict with some backup of his own. Here comes Ash. It's still 3-on-2.
You know something? I will repeat the words of Mr. Bagger. I did not come to Grays for a screw finish. And the first time in LDN history, I came here to win back my title. Richie, I only need 60 seconds with you. I will take it right here, right now. Garnell, Mungus, if you think about jumping in, I got 15 other guys back there who hate your guts and who hate your smell. Ash has got my back. 60 seconds.
Well, Tex Benedict has put the clock on. We are going to go into round 8. 60 seconds to go. Benedict says, I just need 1 minute. Give me 1 minute on my own with you. But a drop kick from John Ritchie. Benedict's down. Benedict maybe was too overconfident there. Back on with the sleeper from John Ritchie. Benedict fading fast. He is flailing in the middle of the ring like a fish out of water. You can see the energy sapping from his body. The arm goes down once. The arm down a second time. And it's down a third time and the matchup is over. Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still LDN British champion, the notorious Mr. John Ritchie.
What a tragedy. What an out-and-out disaster there.
You take a real match with a real man for a real belt.
Tex Benedict was forced into it almost. He could see it was 3-on-1, but he said, just give me 1 minute one-on-one. And so in round 8, Benedict versus Ritchie. Ritchie got that sleeper back on for the final time. And Tex Benedict loses. Even with the support of Ash, even with the promise of 15 other men in the locker room, Tex Benedict just couldn't do it. He went so far. He came along so far. Tex even got the first cover in round 4. Benedict with a submission in round 5 had to use the rope to cheat to get that. And then in round 8, well into the sudden death period, Benedict said, just give me 60 more seconds and I'll get the job done. And unfortunately, he didn't get it done. And John Ritchie walks away here tonight on Capital TV, still the LDN British champion. And where now for Tex Benedict? He is getting some medical assistance. But where does he go from here? He has had shot after shot, opportunity after opportunity.
You can't get any business done without your boyfriend and your wife. Well, I'll tell you what, John. You've proven a point tonight. Yeah. You proved a point with his help and with her help. So I'll tell you what.
Remember when you had one of these?
Yeah, you're proud of having it over your shoulder? Why don't you make it interesting, John? Why don't you try picking on somebody else? Why don't you try picking on me? Anytime you're ready. If you want, bring the girls with you as well. Anytime you're ready, me and you, one-on-one for that belt in this ring.
Well, Ash laying down a very, very clear challenge to the champion, John Ritchie. He wants to face John Ritchie anytime, any place, anywhere. Well, fans, that's all we've got time for here tonight on LDN Capital TV. Be sure to join us next week for more wrestling action.
And damn fans, unbelievable. Got no respect.
Oh no, another one. Are you that John Bernard, Bruno, Fred Chapman, whatever his name is?
Yes.
No, I just want to go to the toilet. Do you know where they are?
The toilets?
Yeah, please. Thanks.
Some people, unbelievable.